Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back! I hope you're happy and excited and here just enjoying life and ready for it. Now, I've been through so much in the past month, like so much crazy stuff, which is why I haven't been on Facebook much, I haven't been on YouTube, I haven't even been podcasting for the past month. And so now I'm finally in the spot where I'm feeling good, I'm feeling excited, and I've just got myself back together, which is super cool. And so today, I just want to share more life updates and tell you about all the things I've been talking and thinking and going through and all this stuff. And also just want to make sure you are loved, but also today, maybe just give yourself a little love, and we're going to talk about that, okay? So today, you might have noticed, if you watch my video, sometimes I come really messy. Like I come in my athletic clothes and I'm not cleaned up and my hair is not even done and, I got beard everywhere and all this. And today you can see I've actually shaved and put on a decent shirt, which is a pretty big accomplishment for me. So I know all the moms out there who like to see their kids groomed well are going to be really proud of me today. I know my mom and the other moms who watch me, my friends' moms, they'll all be super excited about that. Maybe you're one of them or maybe you will be excited too that I groom myself. But either way, right, what's really exciting is that all these experiments I've been doing about happiness are working. All the experiments about sharing love and being generous with your love and still keeping your own boundaries, but just sharing your love, it's working so well. I mean, yesterday I made my short podcast. If you haven't been checking out the podcast lately, it's back, it's up, it's running, and I'm doing 5-minute-a-day episodes, just little life experiments, okay? And then we'll go in longer on the lives, and sometimes I'm still typing essays, and I'm making mental health 101 courses, and I'm doing all the things, okay? So you can check out all that stuff, and sometimes I'll link it in the comments, sometimes I'll forget, but this is just life. I'm here, I'm everywhere, so you just have to follow along and reach out to me, message me if you want to get involved in anything. But here's what I've been doing today is actually just taking care of myself, okay? And so what that means is I really gave myself time today. I really gave myself time to just ease into my day, and I read a book, and I had some coffee, and I just thought, and it was so nice. And then I did something which I think you could spare to do, which is when I hit the peak of my anxiety during the day, I chose to really let it wash through and relax during it. So this is something cool you can do, right? To give yourself a little love is oftentimes when you hit your peak anxiety, your instinct, like on a given day, right? It just depends on your day, but your peak anxiety may be in the morning, it may be in the evening, it could be anywhere. But when I hit my peak anxiety around 2:15, 2:30, 3 o'clock p.m. today, what I did is instead of fighting it, which I had been kind of tempted to do all day, I totally relaxed. And so here's what I do when I want to totally relax is I lay flat in my bed and put on music. And for me, I listen to like Christian pop music, like rock music. It's just like kind of like rock hymns. I don't know. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's very relaxing to me. So I sat there and listened to that. And you got to do it for at least 10 minutes. Because I think like I'm constantly trying to find ways for people to meditate without meditating. Because everybody thinks meditation is like about being quiet and still. And like that's important, but it's not necessarily the point. The point of meditation is you stop fighting, okay? And so yes, stillness is a good way to stop fighting. But you can also stop fighting by listening to something enjoyable and listening to some good music and letting yourself ride with that instead of being so worried, okay? And so what I do is I just lie like spread-eagled on my back on the bed and I listen to music and just let my music wash over me and I don't fight any of my thoughts. Because what you're doing all day is you're subconsciously trying to fight all your problems in your head, but that doesn't actually do anything. Like newsflash secret, that doesn't do anything, people. It doesn't do anything. And so what you got to do instead is you actually have to let it wash through you and then come out of you. And so I recommend 10 to 15 minutes of just listening to music and not fighting it. Meaning you're going to have this instinct to fight and worry and stuff. And your worries may still be in your head. This is what people get wrong about meditation. They think meditation means that you're not supposed to be thinking about things you're worried about. You're supposed to be thinking about something happy or relaxing. I don't really do that. When I meditate the best, I'm usually constantly thinking about the things I'm unhappy about and the things that are stressing me out. And you might say, well, what is that? Well, when I start thinking about them, I'm unhappy and stressed because I'm fighting them. But when I started thinking today, right, I was thinking, man, like I got this long beard all over me and I just want to groom myself and I got to change these air filters in the house and I got to do this stuff for the business. And I got to do that and I got to get these loan documents ready and all this stuff, right? And I got to brush my dog's teeth or my dog is going to get plaque, right? Like nobody wants their dog to have plaque. The vet's going to think I'm a bad dog owner. And so, right, I got all these things in my head and they're all stressing me out. But when I was meditating, all those things were searing through my brain, but I was not doing anything about it. And this crazy thing happens where if you let these things sit through your brain for like 10 or 15 minutes without fighting it and you just let it go there, then after 15 minutes you think, oh, like I've been thinking about these things for 15 minutes. I haven't done any of them and I actually feel better. Actually, nothing bad has happened to me. I feel relaxed because you just stopped and breathed. And then you suddenly learned this lesson, which is like, wow, I can be like need to do things to keep up with the world, but I can also relax at the same time, and those things can coexist. And now suddenly, you don't have to be free of your worldly problems to be relaxed. You can just be relaxed while still doing stuff. I haven't changed my air filters yet. I haven't gone to Lowe's and changed my air filters yet. Instead, what I did is I did my meditation, then I went and read, and then what I did is, then I shaved. And I'm telling you, today was the most luxurious I've ever felt shaving. Which, I don't know, for the people out there, if you enjoy shaving or not, whether you're a guy or girl or whatever parts you shave, right? Whatever gender you are, whatever, right? I'm just talking about shaving my face. But, I had all this scraggle stuff and, whatever. And to me, I've always found that tedious. I've never enjoyed shaving because it's man, it's all sensory overload, and I'm a very sensory person. And then it's, you gotta get my trimmer out, and I gotta trim my beard down some, right? And then I gotta decide on my sideburns, whatever. And then, I slowly adjust my trimmer to a lower setting, to a shorter setting so that I trim everything down. And then I trim kind of with no thing with my electric trimmer on the sides. And then I get out my actual razor, my shaving cream, and I put on my shaving cream and I shave the sides, right? And I had to kind of learn this on my own because if you don't know, my dad hasn't been clean shaven since 1970. So that's kind of an issue, right? So, I had to figure out how to shave on my own. So I thought I had this stigma attached to my head of oh, am I shaving right? Am I a real man? Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, today, because I chose to relax and let myself sit through all this turmoil and just let it flow, okay, without pressure, then when I went to shave, I was like, man, I could really make this luxurious, okay? And this has been my experiment. The past couple days, I've been really loving on other people, but today I was like, okay, I'm also, equally feeling this love for myself. And so I was shaving, and I'm telling you, it felt great. It was oh, yeah, I love shaving. And the thing is, right, here's why it felt great. Is because normally when I shave, you may feel this way. It's I gotta shave in the morning before I go to work or before I get on Zoom or whatever, and then I gotta shave, and then there's gonna be hair everywhere, and it's gonna be stressful, and I don't have time for that, and blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the truth. Is that for years, I have been working on the structure of my own life so that I have the time to do things like shave without time pressure, right? If you noticed, right, I didn't work today, really. I woke up and relaxed, and frankly, I've had some health concerns the past few weeks, and so I've just been taking it easy, right? Shipping a couple pieces of art a week, taking it super easy. And so I get that you may have a full-time job, and so you may not have all this time, but I was also in that place, and then I worked and worked and worked until I could create the space, and you just got to wedge yourself that space, which is separate, and I will teach you about that if you keep following my stuff. Obviously, I teach tons about that as well, right? That's kind of what I coach people on. But anyway, so I've created this space, but what's cool is that my journey still wasn't quite done, but today, finally, it was so great. I had this space to shave. I had the space to shave knowing that then hair would go all over my sink and my bathroom sink and all over my mirror and all over, I put this towel out to get the hair and it's just going to explode everywhere. And then I had the time to take a shower and wash myself. And now I'm going to have the time tonight or tomorrow to just clean my own bathroom leisurely, luxuriously. And so what I think you might be missing in your life is taking the time to treat your personal self with luxury on things you might not think of as luxurious. So whatever you think of as a chore, right? Whether it's doing the trash or shaving or cleaning the bathroom or whatever, I'm telling you that can feel like a luxury. Because the fact that you own a bathroom, right, is a luxury. The fact that you have the ability to shower with warm water or cold water, whatever you want, that's a luxury. And so you have all these luxuries that you're turning into chores because modern life has put too much on you. And so this is the other thing I've been thinking about lately, right? My throat's going to give out here in a second because I still am getting over a little thing, so I can't talk too long. But the other thing that I've been thinking about all the time is this idea of just, man, why do we put so much pressure on ourselves? The pressure is what's killing you. It's the pressure. And so, you think putting pressure on yourself gets you to do things, but putting pressure on yourself gets you to do things that are the wrong things. And so you got to look and say, if there's pressure on me about anything, I got to take it off. And with that, you might say, well, other people are putting pressure on me. I podcasted about this yesterday, and this has been a fantastic experiment that's working for me. Is I have just been saying, I haven't been defending myself or fighting with people when they give me advice. I mean, think about this. I'm live on Facebook. Everybody in the world wants to give me advice, and they want to message me and say, what about this? Or do you think you could have this rash? My mom's texting me. My wife's mom is texting me. Other people on Facebook are texting me, I'm worried about your health, blah, blah, blah. And so everybody's texting me, right? Or messaging me, or trying to say, hey, what about this in your life? What about that? And I used to get stressed about that. But now I've been realizing, wow, if someone comes in my life to give me advice, what does that mean, okay? What does it mean when someone gives you advice even if you didn't really want it, or even if it was too much and you don't have time to listen to it, right? It means they love you, right? If someone cares enough to give you advice, that means they care about you, okay? And it doesn't mean you have to take their advice. But if you just start taking all the people in your life who give you advice, the first thing you just think is, wow, they care about me. Second thing you say is, wow, that's a great idea. I'm so glad you told me that. And then you genuinely just embrace their advice. And you don't always do it. You don't always take action on it. But you do just consider it. And you're like, wow, thank you. Like, that was really helpful that you gave me that information I didn't have, or that advice. And so I've been doing that lately. Just, I've just transformed my relationship with my wife in a day, because yesterday she just kept telling me things. And instead of being like, well, I don't know, or I don't know if I have the energy, or blah, 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 I was just like, yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, yes, honey, that's an awesome idea. And she just looked at me and was like, awesome, that's great. And you'll find that you really don't have to fight with people when you just tell them they have great advice and genuinely consider their advice. Now, 99% out of 100, I'm not going to take somebody else's advice because only I know what's good for me. But what people want is not to monitor your life and micromanage your life. What they really want is to make sure they had some valuable information that you might have needed. And so when you say, wow, great advice, great help, like, thank you, you're genuinely taking advantage of their advice because you're adding it to the equation. And so that's my other, tip for you today. It's just be like, wow, man, thank you so much for the advice. And to everyone in your life who you feel puts pressure on you, right? First, for yourself, take it off yourself. But second, if you think it's everybody else, just appreciate their advice, even if you're not going down the path that they might suggest. And that's actually okay. And what you're going to find is those people are going to be really excited that you're being so genuine and enthusiastic towards them. And they don't really care that you do every single thing they say. They care that they had the chance to contribute to your life by making sure you had all your options, okay? And so that's the way to leverage your resources if you're worried about what other people think of you, is go ahead and do it like that. So guys, anyway, my recording says this has been 12 minutes, but my throat is already tired, and I gotta go get some air filters and, take care of some things around the house and have dinner. And so I feel so good about life. And so much is coming to you. So much love is coming to you. Literally you. So much enthusiasm and kindness is about to be coming your way from me. And I can't wait to share it all with you. I literally can't wait. I'm so bonkers excited. So much great stuff is happening. If you want to follow along more, you can always check out the Liberated Millionaire podcast on your favorite stuff. Again, we're not really focused on the millionaire part right now. It's just that I really believe that there's something to this making money stuff that, when you create something really scalable and really, monetizable, you help everybody so much. So I really do believe in that stuff. But my podcast is not really about the capitalistic part, because that's more of a result, right? That is more of a dependent thing that happens when you, as the independent variable, change your life to be liberated, be happy, and just be loving and kind towards everybody, okay? So this whole love experiment I'm doing, it's just working wonders. I'm just crying tears of joy daily because of how happy I am, right? Another thing I'm doing is that Mental Health 101, the program I promised you for June, it didn't happen. All these crazy things happened to me in July, which finalized all I could teach in this program. I used my own program on myself in July when I went through some hard times mentally, and it was a wonder. And so now I'm really ready to unveil it. It's coming out in August, so you can always head to joinwithwoody.com/mentalhealth101 if you want to go ahead and sign up on the email list for that. And you can check out the YouTube, Living Life with Woody Rainey. All this stuff is here. But even if you're just here for a second, yes, I'm so glad you're here, and I care about you, and I love you, and take the energy and run with it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do awesome stuff together, guys. I'll catch you later. Catch you on the flip. Catch you whenever I catch you, but have a wonderful day. I love you so much, no matter who you are, where you are, what you've done. I sound like a Backstreet Boys song now, but I just love you guys. So have a great day. Take this energy. Go out. Use it in the world, right? There's this picture of Tony Robbins behind me, going like this. That's how you want to feel on a given day. Take it, run with it. Remember, I laid in bed all day feeling miserable for most of today, and now I'm here for you. So it's not like you have to feel uppity all the time. It's just you want to spend time relaxing or being up. And if you don't feel up, it means you need to relax. And if you're bored, it probably means you need to amp it up a little bit. But those, it's just like a muscle, right? Your muscle can either be limp or it can be flexed, but it can't really be in between. Everybody's living their life in between. Don't do that, okay? Either be up or be at rest. Pick one, go for it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, next day, whenever we meet again. See you later.